Working with pandas date range method. In the first cell, we will import pandas library and give it a alias PD. Import pandas as PD. Example 1, we will specify start and end keyword argument, and the default frequency is daily. Means we will generate days between the given date range with the daily frequency. For this, we will call PD dot date range function. Give start keyword argument, which is 1st January 2018, where date is given as a string. End keyword argument January 8, 2018, where date was given as a string. Click on the cell and run the cell. This will generate 8 days in a date time format: year, month, day. Start date is 1st January 2018 till last date is 8 January 2018 with a daily frequency. So gap was 1 day between dates. The same thing can be achieved using the second example, where we will specify the start keyword argument and periods, so number of days for which the dates are to be generated. So PD dot date range function, we are giving keyword argument start is equal to 1st January 2018. It was given as a string, and period is equal to 8. This will generate 8 dates with a frequency of days. So gap between days will be 1 day. So when you click on the cell and run the cell, you can see first date was 1st January 2018 and last date was 8th January 2018, and gap between two consecutive days was 1 day. Dates was 1 day. So you get 8 dates at the output where start date is 1st Jan 2018. Similar thing can be achieved using end keyword argument and periods keyword argument. Here we will generate dates with a daily frequency, but the end date will be the date specified in end keyword argument. So we are calling PD dot date range function. To the end keyword argument, we are giving 1/1/2018. So date generation will end on this date. So all the previous 8 dates using keyword argument period is equal to 8 will be printed on the user screen. Click on the cell and run the cell. You can see the output. Date started from 25 December 2017, ended on 1st January 2018. How many dates were generated? 8. And frequency was day. So 25th, 26th, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, and 1. Now, you have to generate dates between the start date and end date with the arbitrary frequency. So you can use start, end, and periods argument. So PD dot date range function, we will give start range, start date. In this example, date was given in date time format. So first is year, second is month, third is date, day. So it is 24th April 2018. End is also is given in date time format, year, month, date, 27th April 2018. Period is equal to 3. So in this start and end date, we have to generate 3 dates. So click on the cell and run the cell. You can see 3 dates were generated, and the dates are printed in date time format. Here, year, month, day, hours, minutes, seconds are printed. Year, month, date, hours, minutes, seconds are printed. And how many days were generated? 3 days were generated. Now, in the next example, we can change our frequency of dates from daily to month using keyword argument frequency. So PD, we are calling PD dot date range function. We are giving start keyword argument 1st January 2018, where date was given as a string. Period is equal to 5, we have to generate 5 dates, and frequency is equal to string capital M. So gap between dates will be months. So when you click on the cell and run the cell, you can see last date of each month was printed. So 31st 1 2018, then 28 2 2018, then 31st 3 2018. So gap between dates is month. You can give a frequency of 3 months also. So you can alter frequency argument and you can give a string 3m. So gap between dates will be of 3 months. So we are calling pd.dateRange function. We are giving start date as 1st January 2018. How many dates are to be generated is given by the keyword argument period is equal to 5. Frequency is equal to 3m will indicate that the gap between the dates will be of 3 months. So first date is 31st Jan 2018. Second date is 30 April 2018. Third date is 31st July 2018. Fourth date is 31st October 2018. And last fifth date is 31st January 2019. You can see frequency was given as a string, which is 3 months. This frequency can be given as an offset object. The same example where you are giving frequency, which is a gap of 3 months, using offset as an offset object. So we are calling pd.dateRange function. We are giving start date, which is date is given as a string 1st January 2018. Note here, this first one is a month, second one is a date, and third one is a year when you are giving it as a string. Period is equal to 5 means we have to generate 5 dates. Frequency, we have to give an offset of 3 months. Therefore, pd dot offset month end, and we are giving it argument 3. So this is frequency given as an offset object. Click on the cell and run the cell. 5 dates will be generated which are having a frequency of 3-month gap. So first date is 31st 1 2018, then a 3-month gap 34th 2018, then a 3-month gap 31st July 2018, so on till 31st January 2019. Now if you want to print the time zone, you can set the TZ argument. So in the next example, we are creating dates with a period of 5, means the 5 dates will be generated, and we want time zone to be Asia Tokyo. So pd.dateRange function, first keyword argument start date, which is given as a string. Period is equal to 5, means 5 dates will be generated. Time zone is equal to a string Asia oblique Tokyo. So you can see the dates were printed in the date time format, where first is year, second is month, third is date, fourth is hours, fifth is minutes, and sixth is seconds. Okay, so here you can see time zone Asia Tokyo. Frequency is D, means date where the consecutive dates has a gap of days. Now in the last example, we will see how to control the date boundaries using closed keyword argument. So closed control whether to include start or end date that are on the boundary. So if the closed is not specified, we include the start date and the end date. For example, we are generating dates using pd.dateRange function from 1st January 2017 to 4th January 2017, and close is equal to none. So the start date will also be included and the end date will also be included, and the frequency will be dates. So 1/1/2017, 2/1/2017, 3/1/2017, 4/1/2017 was printed. If closed is equal to left, then the end date will not be included in the result. So when you run pd.dateRange function, with a start date of 1st January 2017 and end date as 4th January 2017, and you give a keyword argument close is equal to left, then this 4th January 2017 will not be in the result, and the gap of frequency by default will be days. So date will be generated as 1st January 2017, 2nd January 2017, 3rd January 2017. Note, here dates were given in the date time format. 2017-01-01. This first is year, second is month, third is date. Similarly, if you give close is equal to right, then start date will not be included in our result. So pd.dateRange function, if the start date is 1/1/2017, which is given in date time format, and end date is 4th January 2017, which is given in date time format, year, month, and day. If you give keyword argument close is equal to right, then the start date will not be included in the result. So click on the cell and run the cell. You can see date were generated in date time format, but the start date was 2nd Jan 2017, 3rd Jan 2017, 4th Jan 2017 with the daily frequency, and start date was not included. That's it for this video, where we have seen how to work with the date range method. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Do hit that subscribe button for more such technical content, and see you in the next video.